Guys, it's the 9th of May. It's what time is it? Yeah, it's 4:34 p.m. in Dubai. Just taking a quick look at the Forex markets to brief you guys on my strategies for the next week and probably the weeks coming. Uh, there is some news that's due next week. Unemployment rate, that's a UK news. US news, the inflation rate, which core inflation month on month, year on year. This is quite important on the euro dollar for sure, pound dollar as well. And if you're trading anything relative to the dollar, yes, it might create some volatility tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on the 13th May actually. So expectation is 2.8. What happens if the interest rates, uh, actual interest rates, are higher than projection? Uh, then what happens is the Fed will probably delay reducing the interest rates, and then so in turn it could lead to some dollar strength over the next couple of weeks. The market sort of has priced in um, some dollar the they've not really priced in, but most institutional traders are trying to get dollar short. They're just waiting for entries, I guess, and so am I. I have taken a few small positions um, on the euro dollar uh, and also USD JPY. So let's take a look at the euro USD at the moment. If you're looking at charts, for example, um, the range has been between 1.2 to 1.4, sorry, 1.12 to 1.4 in the past month or so. Ever since the tariffs, it had moved up substantially from about 1.08, 1.09, all the way up to these levels, and then uh, there's been some consolidation and such, and we are looking at people expected the interest rates to drop, which didn't happen. Powell has held firm, and he's said that he's going to look at the market conditions, the data that's coming out in the next couple of weeks, and then probably make a decision. He's not. It's not an emotional play, and basically the FOMC meetings, the last meeting has concluded that there's no interest rate drops for now. Is it going to happen in the future? Yeah, most likely, but there's no guarantee on that. You can't just go all out and over leverage yourself and go dollar short, which happens with most traders. It has happened. I have done that in the past as well, but uh, today I hope I'm more mature trader than what I was 2 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back. So, so let's take a look at euro dollar. A good entry point would be somewhere around here, 1.11, maybe 1.15. I have taken a couple of positions already. It's all been fear of missing out, to be honest. Today's price would have been a great entry, a decent entry at least for now, and most people would have put their stop somewhere, maybe a tight stop or maybe even a stop somewhere here if you are not over leveraged. But I've already taken some positions at 1.3, I would say. So I should have waited a bit, but anyway, I'm good for now. I've not over leveraged myself, so I can sustain myself. I did close out a couple of trades, just taking a look at my account size and then thinking that what if the market drops to 1.10, then I'd be in deep trouble, right? Not really deep trouble, but then I would have to fund the account, and that defeats the purpose of managing my risk. Um, and especially with the news coming out, when is the news expected? 13th May. So why take a risk? I'd rather take a trade after the news, and maybe I'll lose a few pips here and there, but it's better to be more a trend trader, have a bias, and then be more of a trend trader following that. So I am bullish on the euro dollar, and I just need the market or the data to confirm my bias. So I'm patient. Let's see what I've done with regard to the trades. Um, let's take a look at my account. Euro dollar, my MT5. So what we have here is a low of 1.119, and euro dollar. Yeah, and a high of 1.126. So not much movement today, but let's see. You never know what happens in the next week or so. So I'm still bullish on this. Um, Let me try and take a look at my positions. I'll have to change my view from portrait because I can't seem to. Let's see here. No, maybe later. Should I call my mom? No, I don't want to call my mom right now. Okay, I've taken some USD. Let's swing to the other position just to take a look at my trade. Okay, so here, as you can see, not the best entries. I took some positions. Oh, by the way, these are micro lots, so they are $1,000 lots, and they're not the standard $100,000 lots. They are $1,000 lots, so they are micro lots. So I've taken one at 1.132, which is quite a bad entry, but yeah, I took a chance. It's a calculated risk that I've taken over here, and then I've got one more at 1.128. I did take one more trade, but I closed it at a slight loss, and the same with the USD JPY. So basically, what I'm quite bearish on USD JPY because I'm sort of betting that the dollar is going to weaken and the JPY is going to strengthen in the next few months. So I did take a few positions, but then I did close them out looking at my position sizes and looking at my principal amount that I've put in. So with a $500 account, I really wouldn't like to take any more positions unless there's been a big move or there's been a continuous trend towards, let's say, dollar or euro dollar bullishness and USD JPY bearishness. So I've placed some positions, some open positions over here, some buy orders, I would say, at 1.165, and one more at 1.12, and another at 1.11. Um, they're quite far uh, from the values that the euro dollar is at the moment, but I'm ready for this. So if there's news at on Wednesday, then what's going to happen is I'm going to have these buy orders in place, so it could just spike at the moment, and yeah, so that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get these positions filled hopefully, and USD JPY. Um, Again with the news or inflation news on Wednesday, um, I think there could be some volatility at that point, and I'm hoping my orders get filled. If not, I'm okay with the positions that I have, and I don't think I'll increase those positions right now. Okay, let's take a look at you at the chart for USD JPY. Yep, let me change my field of view. Okay, I think this pool has gotten a bit crowded, and there's quite a bit of noise. Anyway, let's take a look at this USD JPY before I move to another spot. Okay, I'm not looking at that. Yeah, it's quite difficult on a phone, but let's move to this JPY. Yep, right. So if I had to get in, this would have been a great position to get in at, but me being FOMO driven. I got in somewhere here, and I got in somewhere here, and I got in somewhere here. I closed out two positions, and now I'm happy with this entry. And then I've got another a sell order at this level, and roughly this level, and I've got another sell order at about 149. Yes, so I'd be happy if these hit. I'm not too concerned about the volatility for now, but I reduced my positions because it's just a $500 loss, $500 account. So yeah, okay. Let me move from here. Let's pause this for a while. Yeah, let me show you the view as well before I move from here. How do I switch to camera mode? Um, yep. Let's switch to camera and can. Hopefully, I don't. Kids don't come in this view. Yep. So we're on the Palm Jumeirah, and that's the view from this project. So this we are on West Beach, and that's the marina. Actually, there's an island in front of JBR and marina, and then there's blue waters in the far end. Maybe I should zoom in a bit. Yeah, it's not such a clear day, but yeah, you can get good views from here. Yeah, it's windy today. It's always windy in Dubai. Temperature is not bad. It's about 35 degrees. We are entering into peak summer. Hopefully next month. Actually, not hopefully. I'm not such a big fan of the heat, but in the shade, it's not bad for now. All right, let me just head down towards the walkway, and then we can discuss a few more positions. So now we are at the ground level. Let me try and switch to my camera. I'm still getting a hang of blogging on my phone. Yeah, that's the waterfall. We were up there 2 minutes back, and yeah, this is West Beach. We're just approaching West Beach. I hope this video is better than the last one I posted. I've realized that holding the phone in landscape mode gives a wider angle. So yeah, I'm not so confident blogging, but I wanted to share my trades and also wanted to share a bit of the views in Dubai. So this is West Beach, where there are a few beach clubs within this section. And that side is the Residences Oceana. This is Fairmont Residences and Fairmont Hotel. And this entire strip is West Beach on the Palm. So it's about 4:30. So yeah, it's getting busier this evening. And sunset will be quite busy by these pools. I'm gonna most likely walk towards the pool side. Let me just get a little further down, and then I'll make a right and a right, show you the views from there as well. Hope I don't get any copyright issues with this music. Yeah, it's not too commercial. Yep, I think I'll be good. So, yeah, so you got Fairmont right here, then you got uh, Hilton on the Palm, and then the Marriott Palm, and then you have Five Palm and uh, one by Omniath, which is a residential high-end residences. So, yep. So let's take a quick look at the view. Yep. Yep. So that's that. Let me have. Yeah, just found myself a bench, and let's take a look at the charts here for USD JPY. Yeah, so this would have been a great entry. I think I have a micro lot opened over here. And yeah, if it does go up, I'm not too concerned. I might again short this at 147.33 and then another one at 149. Yeah, so if you take a look, if you zoom out, take a look at what's been happening with the USD JPY. The market suddenly turned right here at this point, and then it's been like sort of quite a steep drop. But then again, if you zoom out and take a look at the USD JPY movements, they have been quite sharp. Movements movements have been like really loud. That guy's been really loud actually. The guy next to me. Anyway, so yeah, if you take a look at the movements on USD JPY, they can be quite intense. Look at that. Look at that. Right from here, 140 roughly from October and October, November. By December, it's moved quite a bit to 150. And then if you look at yeah, at this point, it's 140 or 157, and then it's dropped all the way to 140. Yeah, 140, and then it's again bounced back to 145. And I'm still bearish on this, and institutional investors are also quite bearish on this. So, um, but yeah, I'm not going to over leverage and go crazy with this. If it does go against me, I think I'm just going to hold on to it. So that's it. So this is one position, and or well, one symbol that I'm betting on, and then the next one is euro dollar. So let's see what happens in the next few days. And in the meantime, I'm not going to go crazy with any new positions or dollar cost averaging. I'm going to stick to what I believe in, and I would suggest that people do the same. Um, so let's take a quick look at my positions once again. So I've got some Euro USD. Yeah. So if it moved from 1.12 to 1.10, it is possible, it is possible. So then would I get stopped out? No, I don't have any stop losses, but would I get my account blown? No, because this is a micro lot. It's like uh, each lot is uh, each lot is worth $1,000. So uh, even if the movement is goes about one point, let's say moves down to 1.10, so that's about $2,000 per lot. So for me, um, it's not more than $20 on each of these. I'm not too concerned. So $20, yeah, it's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. So what most traders do is they trade with uh, they do a risk to reward of 1:3. So basically, if it moves down $10, they're expecting a profit of $30. That's the risk to reward that they would do. So I can explain this in another video tomorrow, most likely. But for today, yeah, this is it. I'm just showing a few of my trades, and I'm going to wait uh, for next week's news, which is inflation, which is one of the most important. Cool. And yeah, I'm gonna walk around. Where are we? Yeah, we're still on West Beach, and this is quite a fun portion to be at, fun section to be at in the evenings. So there's Surf Club, there's Feb 30th, Kaima Beach, quite a few. So I'm just gonna walk through just to show you the views. Let's go to the next one. Lucky Fish. surf club. You always have someone scratching their balls in public. This is the fountain area. Mini fountains. It's not like the Dubai Mall fountains, obviously, but it's quite nice at nights. Kids love to play in this area. It's quite a family-oriented spot. Um, apart from obviously these licensed clubs. And it's Feb 30th, and we have some very good restaurants and bars in Radisson, Novikov. I think this club's called. I think this one's called Escobar. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this goes on and on and on. So probably we walk there next week when I'm making some money. Huh. Yeah. And there's another set of fountains there. Yep, I think that's a wrap. I'm gonna head back and talk to you guys next week.